Hi, my name's Laurie Randall and I'm a qualified counsellor. I've got a private practice which is based in Bournemouth in Dorset in the UK. I've put this video together because I understand that it can be a daunting task when wishing to find a therapist that's right for you, and I've decided to produce this short video to try and help you with the process and think about those questions you might want to ask prior to speaking with a therapist. Firstly, when you're looking for a counsellor, it's important to check if they're qualified and have membership of a professional body, such as the BACP, that's the British Association of Counsellors and Psychotherapists, but there are also other professional bodies. That information might be displayed on their website or on their business card or any of their other marketing materials, but it's a good sign to be looking out for. This will allow you to know that they're following a code of ethics, which is very important when they're delivering their counselling service, to make sure they're not doing you any harm and are supporting you through the therapy process. Membership of a professional body will also require the counsellor to have the right qualifications, so that's also important to check prior to working with a counsellor. This would also help you know that they've got their professional indemnity insurance to work with you. You might also expect your counsellor to highlight their continuing professional development, either in their marketing materials or on their website. So even if they qualified a long time ago, they should be keeping up to date with their CPD and ensuring that their skills remain as up to date as possible in their work with you. So have a look out for that. You will notice when you start researching counsellors that they will be using all types of jargon on their website about the types of approaches that they might use. For example, they might be a CBT therapist, which is cognitive behavioural therapy, or they might be humanistic integrative counsellor like myself, or psychodynamic. These are just different approaches that they might use when they're working with you, but it's going to be important when you're talking to them to begin with to discuss whether what problem or issue you're bringing to counselling is suitable for that therapy. I'm going to include more information about that on my website. You may also want to think about how you're going to engage with your counsellor in the sessions themselves. So is that going to be face-to-face? Is this going to be online, by phone or by texting or video call? Lots of different methods that can be used in working together. Now, I'm putting this video together during COVID-19, which means currently we are not able to offer face-to-face sessions, but hopefully in the future we will be back to our normal service. Many therapists will agree to an informal phone call or video call prior to working with you. This gives you the opportunity to see the counsellor or hear the counsellor and get to know whether you would feel safe and comfortable working with them. I think that's incredibly important because this is a decision that's important for you to make in terms of whether you feel that the counsellor is right for you, and you can get some gauge of that if you have an informal conversation with them first. So I would certainly recommend that. It gives you a chance to understand if that counsellor is going to be able to work with you with the thoughts, the feelings, the behaviours, the emotions that you're currently suffering from and would like support with. In terms of the sessions themselves, these tend to be about 15 minutes in length. Now, the frequency will be dependent on what you agree with your counsellor. It could be weekly sessions, even bi-weekly, might be fortnightly, monthly, or even 6 monthly, depending on how often you feel you need to work with the counsellor. As part of that first initial assessment that you'll have with your counsellor, where they find out a little bit more about you and your personal history, that will be a time they will probably agree a treatment plan with you, and you can make sure that you agree to that at the time. During your sessions, there will be opportunities where you will have a monitoring tool used to check how you're doing, and at those times it might be that you'll want to recontract with your counsellor and agree a different session time, week, month, depending on what works best for you. It's important that counsellors check in with you regularly to see how you feel the sessions are going and make sure that you can feel that you're making some progress in the areas that you want to discuss. In terms of the fees, it's very important that counsellors are transparent about their fees, and these will either be discussed at the phone call, video call you have with them, or it might be as part of their website information or their marketing. But these will be transparent, and it's important that you know what the session fees will be and how you're going to pay your fees, and whether the counsellor wants that fee paid in advance, on the day, and the method of payment. But this will all be part of their terms and conditions, and they will probably ask you to sign an agreement prior to starting work together, so that's all clearly laid out for you. At the first contact with your potential therapist, you may want to ask some of the following questions. So you could ask what type of approach they use, e.g. is it CBT, humanistic integrative, psychodynamic, or any other types of therapies that might be available, so you know what type of treatment you're going to receive. You might want to check what qualifications they've got if that doesn't seem very clear on their website. You can also check if they're a membership of a professional body, such as BACP that I spoke about earlier. You could have a brief conversation with them about what problems you're coming with, what issues you'd like to discuss, and ask if they've got any previous experience of this. And you can also ask them how they engage with you and whether you would prefer face-to-face, a phone call, a video call, telephone call, or similar. I appreciate sometimes it can be really uncomfortable when you first want to discuss your feelings and treatment with your counsellor, but hopefully as you get to know them and the therapeutic relationship develops, this will definitely get easier, and that's when the most achievement in your sessions will come through for you. If you'd like any further information about my service, please feel free to look at the details on my website. And I'm also going to put some other information on there about myths and concerns about therapy that I hope you find useful. Anyway, all from me now. Good luck, and I wish you all the best with your therapy.